कनेक्ट नहीं हुआ ये तो। लोग कम है आज यहाँ पे ऑफलाइन। फ्राइडे, अच्छा। Guys, am I audible? Can you somebody speak, please? Let me check my.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are
Yes, sir.
audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You
sir,
are
you are
audible.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Audible.
Good morning, everybody from Ghana.
Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Hope
Good
everyone is
morning.
good. Good morning. Hope everyone is good. Yes or no? Good. Okay.
Good morning.
Okay. Good morning. Okay. So since beginning of this class, right, we started with basic networking security concept. Considering we have people from diverse background. Yes or no? Different background. People are coming from non-technical background. They don't have understanding of networking, right? They don't know what is DNS, DHCP, right? So starting directly with security, cyber security was difficult in that case, right? Because many of you guys are, who is not mute? That is one waiting room. Okay, so it was difficult, right, to understand. If you know, I used to start a few years back. I used to start directly with SIEM and directly with SOC concept. I used to ask people that, first of all, non-technical people who are not having network and security background, I used to ask them, first you go and take the CCNA class, learn some basic networking and security concept, then you come for my class. It was a burden for them because again, they have to spend some time and some money for CCNA. Then again, they have to spend some money for this class, right? I realized that the problem with many of people who are coming from different background, who want to switch their job from non-technical to technical, from other background to cyber security. It was a big challenge for them to spend money and time in two trainings. Then I realized that not full CCNA, not full networking is required to become a security analyst, to become the part of cyber security. So I thought, let me add some basic topics, basic knowledge from network and security perspective, which is required from SOC analyst perspective, right? Kind of foundation course, right? That is the reason this all, you know, around 9 days training, that is around 18 hours training that we had today, including today so far, is for foundation course for SOC, right? Means if your foundation will be good, then only you can, you know, construct a good building, right? So this was the foundation course so that you can successfully become a SOC analyst and your foundation will be very strong. Get in mind. So now after this training, that is the reason you guys are coming from different background and directly join this training, because in the training itself, we are covering the foundation concept, which are very much required to become a security engineer, security analyst, security architect, right? So now your foundation is pretty much clear, right? You understood now the networking concept, how computer communicates over the internet. Yes or no? What is IP address, type of IP address, right? We understood how the corporate networks are being designed using router and such a networking devices, netting, subnetting, type of IP addresses. Yes or no? Routers, switches. You also understood how to secure the network. That means you design the network as kind of office with gate, but no security guard. You understood, and you realize the requirement of security tools, right? You realize the requirement of securing the network. Then we talk about how to secure the network. What are the various security devices using which we can secure the network. Get in mind? Then we talk about the firewall, right? We understand the firewall works same as security guard in the office network that we have, office, a physical office. What work is done by security guard? Same work is done by firewall in the digital network, right? We talk about firewall. Then again, we talk about multiple tools like WAF. We talk about a proxy. We talk about email gateway, right? Some of the concepts which you see on the corporate network, such as VPN, right? How you connect from home using the VPN. Get in mind? These are terms and technologies which are very popular so far. What we have discussed, right? Being a security engineer, security architect, security analyst, right? Whenever you go to the company, right, this knowledge is going to help you a lot. What we have gone through so far, right? A foundation. If you join any further courses without this training, you will never be confident, right? So if you have joined this 9 days training, including today, that means your foundation is very clear, your concepts are very clear. Further, whatever you do in your future from cybersecurity perspective or networking perspective, you live full of confidence because you are having your basic clears. Get in mind? So today is the last session for the basic session, that networking foundation course that we have, right? In today's session, we'll be talking about, first of all, we'll talk about the endpoint security. Now we understand that in case any suspicious communication happening, for example, somebody is sending the email, right? So we understand that firewall comes in the picture because it's an instant gateway. Yes or no? Whatever traffic coming in and going out, definitely intercepted by the firewall. Intercepted means it will go through the firewall will check, right? That means intercepted. Get it? So whatever traffic coming in and going out will be intercepted, means filtered by the firewall, because firewall is network layer 3 and 4 device. Get it? So we understood somebody sending the email with malware attachment. So firewall will check based on the IP address and port number. IP address is not blacklisted, port number is 25, firewall will allow. Yes or no? Then let's suppose we have email gateway. Email gateway, also domain name is not blacklisted. It's a new domain attacker has used to send an email, right? IP address was not blacklisted, and resulting firewall has allowed the traffic. In this case, email gateway also may allow the traffic. Yes or no? Resulting email will deliver successfully, and the machine will get compromised. User will end up opening such information as email, and your machine may get successfully compromised, right? In cybersecurity, you know that in these network security tools that we place on the network, such as your firewall, IPS, IDS, your proxy, email gateway, all are network security tools, right? Because those devices are placed, deployed on the network. That is the reason we call as network security team. In security, you may have separate network security team, and cyber security team may different. Get it? Network security team will be working on the devices which are placed, deployed on the network, such as firewall, proxy, email gateway, right? These all device, your IPS ID, all are called as network security device. That's the reason you understand that all these network security devices detect any threat based on the signature, predefined information. We have all understood, right, already, that whenever you deploy such devices, they connect to their respective cloud. R&D team, we are sitting, right? They have the cloud server. From there, they are pushing the regular updates in terms of signature, right? And signature in terms of updates. Get it? There might be possibility some kind of attack may happen, and this device does not have signature, because signature is predefined information, right? If R&D team themselves has not gone through, had not came across such things, they will not update. In that case, you understand, right? Something new will happen. This device does not have signature, resulting successfully compromise will happen. That is the reason, being a part of SOC team, we also send the do's and don'ts to all our company employees. If you're a part of already working somewhere, you might have seen, right? From security teams, you regularly get do's and don'ts. Yes or no? Do this, don't do this. If any emails comes, right, make sure that it came from intended person, right? If it comes from unknown source, do not open those emails. Yes or no? A report to security operations center. So many of the do's and don'ts comes in your email box, right? Being a part of normal employee from security team, to ensure that in case we all understand that these network security devices work based on signature. Anytime user may receive such kind of emails. That is the reason we share do's and don'ts so that people will be aware of that. Even people who are not of cyber security or these backgrounds, right? Non-technical people, business people, they should also understand awareness is very much important. Sometime be a part of SOC team. We also conduct the security awareness training. Security awareness training, right, to many of the business employees. We explain them how how the threat landscape are growing day by day, right? How attackers are becoming more aggressive, right? And sending this kind of phishing campaign, malware campaigns, right? So we explain them how to protect, how to safeguard their self, their systems, right, from these cyber security threats. So usually we conduct such kind of training so that people will be aware and they will not click any unsolicited emails, or they will not click on any links. Get in mind? So for example, now you can say email has been delivered, yes or no? Now network devices has been filled, email will be delivered, and user may open it, because email gateway also did not have signature to detect particular email ID domain, as well as firewall also does not understand, because it's something a new IP which is not part of firewall ACL. In this case, email came and resulting, host, your user machine will get successfully compromised. Or another way is maybe some of the users will access some website. From there, they will end up downloading some malwares, right? Maybe possible that particular site is malware site, but proxy vendor has not categorized that particular website as a malware. Get it? You know, right? As soon as any new website comes in the market, proxy vendor review that website and categorize which category belongs to. If any website they review and belongs to malware category, they will categorize in the proxy. Anybody access website if it belongs to malware phishing category, those websites will be blocked for everyone. But sometimes some false positive activity happens. Sometimes particular website belongs to malware, but proxy vendor has categorized as business website, possibly, right? And business user, it might be accessible, and from there may be possible that user end up downloading something. Or sometimes what happens is some website has been hosted newly. Proxy vendor did not get time as of now to review those websites. Mean that website has been not categorized yet. Mean those websites we call an uncategorized website. Get it? Uncategorized website can be a business website also, can be malicious website also. That's the reason proxy vendor do not block any website which has not been reviewed yet by the proxy vendor. Means uncategorized website. Get it? Because uncategorized website is not always malware website, phishing website. They can only be business website. If they will start blocking the uncategorized website, resulting you can safeguard from malware, but business website will also not get blocked. May possible that newly website which have been introduced, not categorized by the proxy vendor, is a business website, and users are unable to access those. That is the reason uncategorized websites are allowed for everyone. Whichever internet access you have on the proxy for you, right? If you're accessing any website which is not categorized by the proxy, will be by default accessible for everyone. Those uncategorized websites can be a malware website also. In that case, you downloaded something, you ended up downloading malware, and malware has successfully compromised your system. Yes or no? Those attacks are called the zero-day attack for those devices. Yes or no? So in this case, you can see, right? Even though you have the proxy, firewall, email gateway, still you cannot say that your system is secure, your network is secure, because may be possible that those devices may allow and malware may reach to the host, deliver to the host, right? So now host means endpoint. We call it endpoint. Means after network, endpoint, and the network last point is endpoint, right? And at point your laptop servers. This we call it. That's why you call it endpoint. Host endpoint. Get it? Endpoint security means antivirus. So now we feel the requirement of antivirus. Get it? So in network security, cyber security, it's very important. All the company will see antivirus has been installed on the endpoints. Get it? So for example, let me draw a quickly architecture, same similar architecture. Let me draw it right away. Guys, make sure that you mute your mic, please. I'll not ask you if we see the noise. I'll have to remove you from the meeting. Okay, please. So this is the endpoint, right? So all the devices you have firewall and all got failed to detect, and resulting malware has been reached to the endpoint. So here, every endpoint we deploy antivirus. So antivirus vendor, you might have, everybody has heard about, right? Antivirus you might have installed in your systems, right? There are multiple vendors in the corporate. Some of the famous vendors are Symantec. Symantec की स्पेलिंग सही है क्या? Symantec antivirus, okay? Symantec, Trend Micro, McAfee, 𝐂𝐬𝐧𝐬. These are some of the popular vendor for antivirus, right? For example, in our case, we have installed Symantec antivirus in our systems, right? So generally the standard antivirus, understand, right? These are some of the antivirus on your on your enterprise network written. So what? Standard antivirus detect a virus based on two things. One is based on signature, which is updated by the cloud, and based on the behavior of the file. Any file, right? Any file you download, any set of file, any file you download, right? Antivirus scan, right? So based on two things, it detects particular file as malware. One is signature, which will be updated by the cloud. For example, you have bought the antivirus from Symantec, then Symantec will update the signature. Get it? And second thing, behavior of the file. Particular file is trying to copy itself, multiple copies, right? And it will understand it's a virus. Some files, once it is downloaded, trying to connect outside. Yes or no? Antivirus may understand it's a Trojan which is trying to connect outside after the installation. Yes or no? Some file has been downloaded and encrypting, it can be a ransomware, right? So based on the various behavior of the file, right, antivirus may understand it's a malware or viruses, right? Based on that, it will take the action, right? So whenever antivirus you install, for example, you have Symantec antivirus installed on your system, right? Now, in order to detect any particular file as a malicious virus malware, the antivirus has to scan the file, scan the system. So there are two types of scanning. One is real-time scanning, another is full system scan. Schedule scan or full system scan. There are two types of scanning. One is real-time scan. Real-time, another is full system scan. Get a point what I'm saying? Get a point what I'm saying, everybody, right? One is real-time, another is full system scan. So let's understand what is real-time scanning. For example, you have Symantec antivirus installed here. You downloaded a new file. Just now you downloaded a new file came on your system. Something which has been came newly, right? Real-time scan means right now. New file came, then antivirus will start scanning your file. Whatever you want, not full system, it will scan. It will only scan the new file which just came in. Get it? And it will check based on the behavior, based on the signature, right? Whether it is virus or not. Based on that, it will take that. So what action it will take, that also you'll understand. Get it? So that is called a real-time scan. Means something which came new, it will be scanned by the antivirus. That is called as a real-time scan. Another scan is called as full scan. Full system scan. Full system scan means you may schedule this scan or you may do it manually. Full system scan means whatever file came newly as well as whatever files are available on your system, right? All full system will be scanned. All file will be scanned based on the on the full scan. When you run the full scan, all files, new file also, old file also, whatever files are there on your system will be scanned by the antivirus. Get a point? Understand? So that is called as full system scan, right? So antivirus signature. Antivirus signature is being, for example, you have bought this from Symantec, right? We already understood you have installed Symantec antivirus, right? But it works same as other vendors. Symantec antivirus has the R&D team, research team. They always check what are the newly virus has came. They will create the signature, right? And they will update it here based on the severity of particular malware, right? For example, new ransomware has came, right? And it has compromised many companies. It's a high severity signature in that case, right? Maybe possible that other company may also get compromised. So Symantec will create a signature, and as soon as they create a signature, they will release it for all the companies. Get it? All the companies. So you can call it that is ad hoc signature. Ad hoc means as soon as they came across, they will create and they will post. Another is called as this one. Other signature means regular signature. In this case means every Wednesday, every Thursday, right? Whatever less severity signature, they will update. They will release it so that you can update it here. Get it? Along with all different virus signature, they will release in one shot. But high severity signature, which has a higher impact, they may release anytime whenever they come across. Get what I'm saying? Yes or no? So generally regular updates are coming like once in a week, but high severity signature may come anytime, at any time, whenever they will receive it. Get it? So whenever R&D team will come across any new malware, any new viruses, they will create a signature and they will release the signature based on the severity. Understand? High severity maybe immediately as soon as they come across, and medium and low severity maybe on scheduled time, like every Wednesday, every Thursday, like that. Understand? So that is the reason updating the virus definition means signature. Virus definition means signature, right? It's very important to keep your antivirus signature up to date. Understand why? Antivirus signature should be up to date all the times. Because if you do not update your antivirus signature, may possible that new viruses came, but your antivirus does not have signature. In that case, your antivirus will not detect the latest malware, latest viruses. Yes or no? You also install the antivirus at your home, and you get a prompt, right, on the antivirus that your antivirus signature definition is out of date. Please update to detect the latest malware and viruses. Understand? So if you do not update your signature, the new virus, even though you have the antivirus, new viruses, new malware will not be detected. Will remain undetected. That is the reason it's very important to keep your antivirus up to date all the time. Get it, mind? So in this case, I have explained you that antivirus will do the real-time scan as well as full system scan. So antivirus we have since long time in our systems, in office system. So why do we need a full system scan? Because as soon as any files comes in your system, antivirus is already scanning it. Means whatever file are there in your system is already being scanned whenever they came in your system. Then why time to time, let's say for example, once in a month or twice in a month, we run the full-time scan? Antivirus team will run the full-time scan. So why they run the full-time scan, full system scan? Whenever, but although you already know that every file has came across by scanning only, real-time scanning. So why again and again you are doing the full system scan? Why twice in a month or once in a month you do the full system alert, even though all the files has came after scanning only? Yes or no? So why you do full system scan?
For Trojans or worms.
Maybe any Trojan comes.
But
some files may be doubled or tripled. Because
it
of
is
new
all-
signatures.
Maybe a preventive measure to check if everything is right in the system.
If for vulnerability that may arise on an existing file, maybe any zero that have not been patched.
I did not get you what you said.
Okay, to check maybe if there's a new vulnerability on the software installs on the file,
Taking new
installs, the
signature with old files.
weaknesses that need to be patched. Maybe unknown
Not
weaknesses,
weaknesses.
unknown vulnerabilities.
Your antivirus did not detect any weaknesses, means vulnerability. It detects only virus, means malware which came in, right? My question was, each and every file, whenever you download, introduce newly in your system, is already being scanned by the antivirus in the real-time scan, right? Means whatever file you have right now in your system, all file came through real-time scan, after real-time scan only, right? So since all the files have already been scanned, maybe 1 month back or 2 months back, whenever you have downloaded, right? So now why we run the full system scan? I mean, usually twice or once or twice in a month. Why do we need to run?
Hello.
To ensure that everything is in place. To ensure everything is checked.
That is the correct answer. The answer is there might be possible some new malware has came. Yes or no? That time your antivirus does not have signature, did not have signature that time. You downloaded something, scanned by the antivirus, but at antivirus scan and did not detect anything because the respective signature was not available on the antivirus at that time. Yes or no? Later on, antivirus team realized that that particular malware, that particular file was malware, but that time did not detect. So real-time scan, only new file will be scanned, old file will not be scanned. But old file that you have downloaded scanned but did not get anything, it was actually a malware. Later on, antivirus team had released the signature. In that case, now you have to run the full system scan so that some file which came before were not detected by antivirus. Now, once you run the full scan, it can be detected because now you have the latest signature. Yes or no? So whenever we get latest signature, it's recommended at least once or twice in a month, we should run the full system scan. Understand? So that we can detect some malware which are already there on our system. We can detect it by running the full system scan. That you don't need to do it manually. In your own system that you have laptop, desktop, right? You might have to run your own. You have to run your own yourself, right? But in the corporate network, you have 2, 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs of computers, right? In that case, it's difficult to run manually because you might not run, he might not run, somebody may run, somebody may not run, right? So it is managed by central console that is called Symantec Endpoint Production Manager. Means you'll have a central manager which will be managed by antivirus team. You may have different team in the company. In the company for antivirus itself, they have different company who takes care of this antivirus activities. Now, whatever I'm going to explain you, right? You understood, of course, you'll understood. You can be the part of antivirus team. I will tell you the full activity that you do on a daily, that they do on the day. It's very simple. What they do. If you do some practical, it's also not very difficult, right? You can easily get a job as an endpoint security manager job, endpoint security analyst job. You can easily get. Just in next 5-10 minutes, I'll explain you whole activity, whatever they do. Easy to get the job as an endpoint security analyst, cyber security and endpoint security. So you understand how antivirus signature updates happens, as well as what are the type of scanning done by the antivirus, right? Now, what happens when antivirus detects particular file as a suspicious file, malicious file? So what action antivirus takes? Let's understand that. There are different type of actions that antivirus may take one of the action, right? So what action generally antivirus take? Let's understand. Oh, shit, no. इसको अपडेट करना है आज. First of all, नहीं इसको यहाँ कर. First of all, first action for the antivirus. First action for the antivirus. is cleaning. Clean. Whenever antivirus detect any file is infected with malware, right? A file, you have original file also, but it is infected, right? Antivirus will try to clean that file. First option is cleaning, means it will clean the file. Second option is deletion, means delete. If file itself is a malware file, the file itself not infected, but file itself is a malware file, Trojan, right? Then in that case, when antivirus is confident it's a Trojan, it's a malware, right? It will delete the file. Get mind? When antivirus is 100% sure it's a malware, and in that case, it will delete the file. Next action is quarantine. Now, before COVID, I had to explain this word to many people, what is quarantine. Now everybody knows what is the meaning of quarantine, isolation. Yes or no? Many of the people, you might have been isolated. Many of the time have been quarantined. Some of the people from you. Yes or no? Now you know what is the meaning of quarantine. Yes or no? So whenever antivirus is not 100% secure, not 100% sure, particular file detected by the antivirus, but antivirus is not sure 100% is a malware or it's a virus. Let's say, for example, 75% sure it's a malware, but 25% is still not sure. So it cannot delete the file. If antivirus delete the file when it is not 100% sure it's a malware, in that case, 25% possibility this particular file is important file of the user, some critical, some business document. Possible? Yes or no? Because antivirus is not 100% sure. In that case, antivirus cannot delete the file, because securing does not mean that impacting the business. Yes or no? CIA. If you delete it, maybe possible it was important business file and you may lose it. So whenever antivirus is not fully sure, for example, 75% sure, in that case, particular file detected, particular malware, suspected malware, right? In that case, it will not delete, it will quarantine. Quarantine means it will send the file to one of the folder which is isolated, even though it's a Trojan malware, right? It cannot go out of that. If you go to Trojan, once it sent particular Trojan to one of the isolated quarantine folder, it will try to connect, but it will not be able to connect. That folder is isolated folder called quarantine folder. For example, whenever you install the antivirus, it will any application under C drive only. For example, C drive you install. Then select the antivirus, Symantec antivirus. Then you can see the quarantine folder. For example, some file detected on the desktop, right? Then antivirus will move that file to quarantine folder. That quarantine folder is completely isolated folder. Even if it's a virus malware, there won't be further infection. Yes or no? That is why you are being isolated during the COVID. Yes or no? So that you'll be isolated, quarantine, so that you will not infect other people. That's called isolation. Similarly, antivirus also isolate particular file when it is not 100% sure it's a malware. So why isolation then? Why not deletion? Deletion, deleted file cannot be recovered, but quarantine folder file can be recovered. For example, your name is Manoj. Manoj had some file on desktop. He got it from some client, right? But antivirus had detected some malware and moved to the quarantine folder. He got a notification on the antivirus that it is moved. And now he can see the file is no more existing on the desktop. He can raise the desktop team or security team that one of the business document I got it, but antivirus has taken and deleted something. Antivirus team can check this out. SOC team, if they are managing antivirus, can check this out, and they can check it, verify whether it's malware or not. There are multiple ways to verify. Maybe they can update on the virus total, yes or no, or they can scan the system for malware byte. There are multiple ways to find out whether it's virus or not. When, for example, they can upload the file in the virus total. Virus total is a freeware tool that explained you right last time. So in virus total, you have around 50 plus antivirus engine. Right now, your Symantec antivirus showing that it is a suspected malware. That's why it has been moved. It's not 100%. It's suspected. That's why it is moved to quarantine, but it's not 100%. So if user is saying that it's not a malware, it's my business document that some customer has sent, we cannot blindly trust the user and unblock that particular file. We cannot whitelist directly blindly. In that case, what you can do is you can upload that file on the virus total. Virus total is having 50 plus antivirus signature. It will scan the file with all the signature against all the signature. If apart from Symantec, if any other antivirus also saying it's a Trojan malware, we may consider it Trojan or malware, right? But in case apart from Symantec, no other antivirus saying it's malicious, in that case, we can trust user and we can whitelist the file. Because user knows that it came from known source. It's not from the user got, he does not know, right? User knows that it came from known source and it's a business document. This particular user understand we have already have business and all. And antivirus also, virus role also is saying it's not a malicious file. In that case, we can whitelist that particular file on the antivirus. So next time onward, if not detect and not quarantine, and we can restore from the quarantine folder to the desktop. Get in mind? If some file has been quarantined, user did not come up, right? It moved to quarantine. Like quarantine folder has certain retention period. Retention period means till what time the file will remain there on that folder. Maybe 5 days, 7 days. If, for example, 7 days you configure quarantine, if 7 days user did not come back, that is an important file. The antivirus will automatically delete the file after 7 days retention, right? That is the reason it's isolation retention. You also have 7 days quarantine, yeah, or 14 days. After that you can come back, right? But here, after that, we delete it. It's a kind of grace period that it gives to the user that you can report. If user does not come back, that means it must be a malware. It's not an important file, and antivirus will delete that file after a certain retention period. Bear in mind, that is the quarantine. Understand? What will happen in quarantine, right? So this is the operational work. See, you don't have to bother about in this cleaning. Some file has been cleaned, it's operational work of antivirus. Deletion, some file has been deleted because malware, it's operational work. You don't need to do anything in that. Quarantine, it's again an operational work of the antivirus. So many of the files will be quarantine and after that delete. Until the user does not come up that it was an important file, we do not need to bother about how many files are antivirus quarantine it. It's a operational work of the antivirus. In case user comes back to you and asking if some not malware or something you have to restore, in that case only your action is required. Get in mind? Another fourth action which is very important is left alone. Left alone. This action is left alone. This is important action when your antivirus generate an action as left alone. It's a last action and which is very important, left alone. In that case, there might be possible that antivirus 50% sure, 50% unsure, it's a malware, and that is it cannot quarantine, it cannot delete. Or sometimes antivirus sure it's malware, but antivirus is unable to take the action. Okay, mind? Antivirus is unable to take the action. That is the reason action is left alone. That means antivirus detected it's a malware, but unable to take the action. There is no action point on antivirus to take the action. In that case, it will just generate an alert saying that one file detected on this particular desktop, IP address, host name, which user has logged in, and what is the path of that file under desktop, and the C drive under desktop, and the user desktop. Then this particular file name has been detected as a Trojan, but action is left alone. That means antivirus has not taken any action, left alone, and not taken any action. In that case, the file may be truly a malware. In that case, your action is required. Remember, in your SIM, you'll get an alert from antivirus saying that this file has been detected as Trojan, but antivirus action is left alone. In that case, you have to take the action on the alert summary. You will get it right which machine is infected, what is the IP address, port number, IP address, file path, which user has logged in, right? You get all the detail. In that case, your action is required. In that case, you can assign that case, respond this case, and assign to the desktop team and ask them to scan this machine from the malware byte. Malware byte is one of the antivirus, but it's having 30 plus antivirus engine. So Symantec is only having Symantec antivirus engine signature, but malware byte is having 30 plus antivirus signature. So you can ask desktop team to scan it from malware byte and share the logs. After scanning, once you scan right, if malware byte detects a virus, it will delete, or it will not take any action. It is not a virus and not detected. Right? Getting my point? So whatever action has been done, whatever detection has been done, it will generate in the form of logs. Yes or no? What activity the antivirus will generate in the form of logs. So after scanning, we'll ask desktop team, once you complete the scan of this machine, share the logs so that we can review whether particular virus malware and is removed or not, and whether it was not a malware or virus. So once we see the logs, we can confirm, okay, it's a malware, but it has been deleted now for the malware byte, so we are okay. You know what I mean? You know, some who is Ravi Kumar? Let him mute him. Let him put in the waiting room.
Sir,
So what
why
I'm saying is,
it will be deleted, sir, in left alone.
what?
Why
Sir,
can't
one
it be
question.
an antivirus will be deleted? Why can't it be deleted in left alone? Automatically it need to be
Voice is
deleted.
coming like your voice is coming like noise. You have to talk properly. Keep your mic a little bit closer to your mouth.
In the left alone, sir, in the left alone, why the file will be not
File
deleted?
will be deleted now.
Left arrow means antivirus could not take any action. Left arrow means antivirus could not take any action. The file is still there, and you have to look at it. That is the meaning of left arrow. In that case, in SIEM also, we can generate this as an alert so that respective people we can assign desktop team to that case and they can look at it.
That
Okay,
any
I have another doubt, sir.
one by one.
Okay, Sir Sumera here. How long the malware kept in the quarantine, sir? Is there any specific time?
You can set it out. It depends on the vendor that you have bought. Maybe 5 days, 7 days, 10 days. How long you want to keep? Because if you are keeping for longer days, right, disk space will be larger, disk space, right? So it depends. 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, 15 days. How long you want to retain those quarantine? You can set.
After that, if I required any file which was in quarantine, at that time we won't be that file won't be available.
Within the retention period, if you restore, you can restore, right? After retention period, the file will be deleted, and that will be a permanent delete. Never mind.
Thank you.
Sir, using antivirus does slow down our system, sir.
What?
Using antivirus does slow down our system.
Of course, see, slow down the system because your antivirus scan, right? Scan, it detects the real time, it runs. Of course, see, you understand, right? Any digital application which does some work, right? It will take memory, it will take CPU. Antivirus, any file is coming into a scan means whenever any application does some work, process means processor utilization. Anything holds some time in the real time RAM utilization. Get a mind? So of course, antivirus will also take some RAM, take CPU. So that's the reason. If you have for example, you have 2 GB RAM and 2 core CPU, right? The antivirus still will take some process and some RAM. It can be slowed down. If you are having higher resources, you may not have much impact because, of course, your application antivirus runs on the real time. Any file comes, it has to run like real time. Get a mind? So of course, it will take resources. So it will slow down if your systems are having less resources.
Sir, Sarath here.
Yes.
Sir, I saw your malware video. You told that malware without clicking also it can be penetrated into the networks, right? So in case if I download a file, yeah, and if I see it in the virus total or any of the antivirus, if I delete, if I come to know it is a worm and if I delete it, will it penetrate again or the work will stop?
What happens is, what happens? Let me tell you that if any file you detected some malware, right? If you delete yourself after installation, if you delete yourself, right? That is why you do not delete yourself. We use antiviruses because whenever you delete any file yourself, may possible that some residual still left. Residual means some processor is still running, registry entry is still there, and malware may reoccur. Malware may reinstall or reoccur. Right, that's the reason whenever you delete any such application, respective registry and process also has to be killed, and respective registry and entry also has to be deleted. So whenever antivirus deleted, it kill all the process and it delete all the registry entry. But whenever you are deleting only file. You are not deleting backend processes and registry entries. That's the reason we deleted from antivirus, not manually. Manually is not confirmed that and it may recur. Yes.
So where the malware resides in a computer?
What? I'm not getting you.
And
Come back.
where the malware resides in a computer, in which folder or file, mainly.
The malware.
Yeah. In which folder or file of the operating system it resides.
Quarantine folder.
No, for example, when we want to delete manually the malicious file, where should we go and search for that specific malicious file to be deleted permanently from the system?
So, say for example, see what happens is, if you know that particular malware, say for example, you got an alert from antivirus side. An antivirus, it will, for example, left alone antivirus, you got an alert. In that case, that particular alert, you see the path also, right? Under C drive, under users, then under desktop. Then you know, and this is a file name. Then you know to do that. But if you are not sure which file it is, if you see the system is running slow and you are not able to identify, then you have to identify manually any process running or any application which is running under task manager, which is taking a lot of memory, a lot of CPU. That way you have to identify, right? Then you have to find out that particular application is installed where.
Okay, thank you.
Then what is the application name? Similar name you find on the registry, similar name you find on the processes, right? So it is recommended to do it through antivirus. So manually you don't have to kill the processor, and when you don't have to kill the registry entries. Right, mind?
Oh, thank you, sir.
Sir, Subinio.
Yes.
The doubt is that as you have early mentioned that there are antivirus installed in your firewall also by default, or some other checkpoints, gateways. So how that antiviruses are different from the endpoint antivirus?
That is same only. That is similar only. See, the antivirus comes through malware, right? Whatever. So for example, in an email gateway, you have ESET antivirus or you have McAfee antivirus, right?
Correct.
But it can only secure when things are coming through email gateway. Get it, mind? So you have ESET and you have McAfee. Now, and the endpoint, I'll go for Symantec, another vendor, right? So, maybe possible if it is antivirus scan it here, it may log it here, it will not go here. But there might be possible that you may download through web also, through internet, through web, right? That time email gate does not come in the picture in that case, right? That is the reason we have the host level also. Get it? If my email gateway already having ESET or McAfee, I will not go for McAfee here. I'll go some other vendors. Get it? There might be possible that this vendor is having signature, but this vendor does not have. So we'll go on the multiple vendors. Okay. So that is network. On the network, it will go through, and again you have the host level. In case something is bypassed, maybe you have Symantec vendor which has signature and will detect it. And through internet also, if you download something, that time also. Email gateway will not come in the picture. Get it?
Sure.
Mr. SULABH.
Yes.
Please, I did not understand the left alone part. Can you go over that again?
Left alone means whenever antivirus is not 100% sure, 50% false, for example, it's a malware, and 50% unsure. In that case, it may not take any action. Or second situation is whenever antivirus is unable to take any action. There will be some scenario where antivirus is unable to take the action against that file. In that case, it will not be deleting, it will not be taking any action. It will just generate an alert to inform you that we have found this particular malware and it is there on the which path and which system, right? And this is the file name, but action is left alone. That means antivirus has not taken any action. In that case, your action is required. You can assign that case to the desktop team for that. Understand?
Thank you.
That is the case when deletion, cleaning, quarantine, we do not take any action generally, not bother about it. Only left alone, we set an alert based on antivirus logs on the SIM that antivirus had detected a virus. And action is left alone. In that case, you will get an alert with all the detail. Then this alert, you investigate and check it out, what username, what IP address. Then you assign that case, raise an incident, create a ticket, and assign to the desktop team, respective location desktop team, so that they can take the further action.
All
so
right.
that is
sir, on the interview perspective, is the step which you have explained.
Cover the later. Cover in the later period, not now. We'll cover from SIM perspective. Once we cover SIM, we'll talk about what action has to be taken from SOC perspective. Okay, so now you understand, right, how antivirus will work. Now, you know, in your personal laptop, you install the antivirus. Whenever update comes, you have two options: either automatically download or manual download. If you enable automatically, whenever update will come, automatically get installed and download and install. If you click manually, then it will just see the notification, new signature has been available. Download and install it, right? And you also get message that your virus protection is too old because you have not downloaded a new one. Update your antivirus signature so that you can protect your system from latest threats. So in the you do it manually at your home. Sometimes you do it, sometimes you do not do it, right? Your personal system. But in the corporate network, we have to ensure, yes or no, that every system should have the latest definition. Otherwise, it is out of date. Some new virus will not be detected. So in that case, what we should do? We have 2 lakhs of user, for example. What should we do? Automatically update is not recommended and not being done in the corporate also. And you guys also not doing it. Why you are not doing it? Because sometimes. Why you are not doing it? Because sometimes your system has an antivirus, got an update. The update size is 2.4 GB, for example. 2.4 GB update size, bigger update, 2.4 GB. If it automatically get downloading now, start downloading, maybe some activities you are doing on the system and internet, right? The internet will get slowed down. Yes or no? As well as your system also may got also slow down because it is downloading a big file. Get a mind? And it may impact your current activities. Something you're downloading, some streaming you are doing, some activity you are doing, it will slow down the internet access also because file size is big. It needs some time based on the bandwidth. That's the reason you are not downloading it. Whenever you're done with that, manually you can download. Yes or no? Understand? That is the reason. Here, bottle of pani le aana hai wahan se. Sorry. That is the reason. I'll wait for you. Okay? Just wait for a minute. Hello. Hold on for a moment. Thank you. Okay. So what I was telling that that is the reason you do not enable auto update, right? Similarly, similar things happen here also. If you have 4 lakhs of user in your network, the update came today, right? Update size is 1 GB. Now, if you enable automatic update to all the system, all 4 lakhs of user will start downloading the update, and resulting the full bandwidth gets choked. Yes or no? People will not be able to work on the system because not only one user, but all users downloading full bandwidth will get choked in that case. Business impact. Get a mind? That is the reason automatic update is not enabled directly from the cloud. So there are 2 ways. So in that case, we have to do something because if all the system anytime whenever they update, right, it will choke the bandwidth because of 2 lakhs user. Out of 2 lakhs, 5,000 user also downloading 1 GB of file at the same time, the bandwidth will get choked. Yes or no? So we have to plan differently in the corporate network. Understand what I'm saying? Yes. So what happens is, so in that case, instead of, and also, so in that case, if I ask user to do it manually, maybe sometime you do, sometime you may not be doing. If we given this responsibility for end user to download whenever update comes, Sometime you may do it, sometime you may not do it, some user may not do it. If any of the user do not do it, means system get compromised, system can come inside. Yes or no? In that case, we cannot leave on the user to download the update. We'll have a separate team in the company that is called endpoint security team, right? Who will work as an endpoint security, right? Will work on the antivirus. We'll have a separate team who will manage and ensure that all the systems, all the endpoints are having updated signature. We'll have separate team who will ensure that all the endpoint systems, servers are having latest signature. How they can ensure that, and how these, these computers will get the update now. You know what will happen in that case? We'll have centralized manager. We'll have a centralized manager now somewhere in your network. We'll have centralized manager installed in one of the server for an antivirus endpoint security manager, right? It's a centralized console. So what will happen is now update will be taken by from cloud, semantic cloud, by the console. Now no need to go all the system to go to the internet, download the update. Now only central manager will take the update, right? And it can push the update to all 2-3 lakhs users systems. But now if only console download and push the signature to all 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs user, it is huge in number, right? May possible while pushing 1 GB, your LAN bandwidth will get choked. At the same time, you're pushing all 2 lakhs, right? LAN bandwidth also may get choked. Yes or no? So in that case, you know what will happen is one more thing that you have. Anybody knows how to tackle with this problem? Somebody must be knowing. Anybody here?
Install in one PC, centralized PC, and then push it as just on reboot. The update will be updated.
Almost correct. So you have central console, right? Now, for example, out of 100 computer, 200 computer, right, all the computers have been assigned, install antivirus, all computers, right? So any of the computer, for example, it is one of the server here, right? This client I can nominate as a GUP. This client, it's an normal antivirus client, but I can promote this antivirus client as a GUP. GUP means group update provider. Get it? So similarly, I will create a small network. I'll define this small network, and out of 100, 200 computer, I'll nominate one computer as a GUP, means group update provider. So instead of now 2 lakhs computer, manager will have to push the update to only 100 computers. Now this GUP under this network, this is a GUP. Now this GUP will push the update to all local 100 computers. You know what I'm saying? Similarly, 100, 100, 200, 100 local GUP will push the update to all the systems, right? So now at the same time, this manager has to push the update to only 100 and 200 computer GUP, not all 2 lakhs of computers. Yes or no? In that case, whenever manager receives the update, will push to the GUP, and GUP will put this local all computer to ensure that all the systems are up to date. Understand? So any desktop or servers you can make as a GUP, but making desktop as GUP, for example, normal user, he is logging, right? His laptop, desktop, I can make as a GUP, but no, that's not a problem. That's separate thing required. But sometimes maybe possible that he shut down his desktop. He shut down, and update came, GUP will not get the update, and resulting he will not spread the update to other systems. That is possible. That's the reason it's recommended to have a server. A server should not be used by other people, and that should run 24/7, receive the update and spread the update on desktop, laptop, whatever coming in the same network. But desktop also you can nominate. But that's the problem is somebody may shut down the desktop. That is the only challenge. So now in this console, now what is the the responsibility of endpoint is one responsibility only. Endpoint here to ensure that all the antivirus client, means all 2 lakhs of user system and servers, are having updated antivirus signature. That's the only responsibility of antivirus administrator, to ensure that all the antivirus clients are having updated signature. If any of the antivirus does not have updated signature, he has to push the update. He has to push the update so that it also get updated. If some sort of antivirus clients are not getting updated, he has to troubleshoot what is the problem. That means now once you log in on the console, right, you can see when was the last definition has been released, right, and which all antivirus has the latest definition, their icon will show as green, 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 right? The antivirus which are not updated, it will show red, 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 right? Now, though, for example, today he came and he see around 25 computer do not update with the latest signature. Get what I mean? Now, antivirus team can see this all 25 signature or maybe some sort of computers belong to which GUP. Understand what I'm saying? Belongs to which GUP means who is the group update provider for those systems. So it will check whether all the systems are not updated within that GUP, or only one or two systems is not updated. If all the systems are not updated, that means must be problem on the GUP. That's the reason GUP has not pushed the update to all the systems. Yes or no? Then he can troubleshoot the GUP problem. And once he troubleshoot, it can push the update manually. It can push it from manager to GUP, and GUP then update to the all other system. Or may possible in this GUP does not have problem. It has already pushed to the 98 computer. Only 2 computers did not get updated. Sometime whenever antivirus push the update, GUP update may get failed. Get I mean? Sometime because of certain reason update may get failed. In that case, antivirus team can push the update directly from the manager console. It can push the update manually. Get I mean? So that is the task of antivirus team. To ensure that all the system should have the latest definition. You know what I mean? So now you might be thinking that whenever laptop desktop user, for example, laptop user, what about laptop users? Sometimes they'll be at home, then sometimes they'll be at office. In that case, what will happen? How they'll get the update? Sometimes they might not be connected to VPN. If you connect to the VPN, of course, office policy will be pushed and your system will get the knowledge from the respective GUP because you're part of office network now after connecting to VPN. But in case your work, sometimes you do not require to connect to VPN, in that case, your system will not be updated. Then your system, antivirus has 2 ways to get the update. Primary, you have set to get the update from GUP, from the antivirus console or GPU. And second is through semantic cloud directly. So whenever you are at home, you are not connected to the company network, primary source was as a central manager or GUP. It is not available. And secondary source in the laptop is directly semantic cloud. So whenever you're not connected to company network, directly from home network, you can get the update from semantic cloud. Oh, very respective antivirus cloud to download the. Understand? That's the only work of the antivirus, right? And whenever you go to open the console and check all are updated, and not updated, troubleshoot. GUP is down, talk to the server team, talk to the network team why it is down, ask them to troubleshoot it, right? If any update is not updated, push the update from the console, right? That's the only work of the antivirus team. Anyway, now we have become the antivirus administrator. Just learn it. Now your funda is clear, right? If you go to the document now, you can easily understand now. Ye isko bolte nichod. Get I mean? It's a final thing in the brief what you understood, right? If you understood, go through the document, everything I can understood now, right? Sometimes we go through the book, but we do not know to understand what about the objective. We have to go through the whole book to understand the whole scenario, right? Now you understand just these lines, 1 page just, and you understand what will be there and what all activity you have to do on a single page only. You came to now, you can go through easily and you can understand. Get it? So that is the any confusion anybody has on this?
Yes, sir. Subinio.
Yes.
So since security is a big concern, why don't we put as an endpoint the antivirus as a dedicated system at the endpoint? Why should it be installed in each and every computer? Suppose after the email gateway, you can fix a dedicated antivirus system itself, as in gateway itself. Why that updation is needed in each and every computer? I mean, it can save time, save the bandwidth, save everybody's work, right? As in a dedicated system.
But what if you get the file on dedicated system only, right? You get the file after delivery, you get on dedicated system only. That is the reason host also should be secure. Network security also you have.
Yeah. So my question was, what if after email gateway, there is one more slot, the final endpoint where all the systems are getting connected? So why don't one dedicated gateway is kept only for antivirus? Since we are doing all this work is to save the virus, the worm, everything. So the final thing, why it is need to be, it is a lot of, I find a lot of bandwidth.
Unnecessarily you are confusing. Unnecessarily you are confusing. We already have
Correct. We have antivirus.
Earlier
Yeah.
network security device, right? What will happen if you plug in this USB drive in your system? It will get infected, right? You plug in USB drive in your system, it will get infected. When you download some file from the internet, it will directly reach it here, right? It will get infected. How will you detect in that case?
So as a SOC, we believe that all those systems have been blocked. USB, we don't get access in this compute in this office, which we already mentioned.
So
Email
what
is
will you
also
do in that
protected.
case? Something has been downloaded, right? Network device got failed to detect, right? That is what we are understanding. You already have network devices, but those devices got failed to detect it, and it reached directly to the end user, right? That is the reason we have the antivirus. Don't try to make it too complicated. Okay, we already have the network devices to secure it. If they get failed, then only we have endpoint security. Once it is reached to antivirus, we already put our effort to secure it on the network level, right? But finally, it reached to the host, then we have the antivirus to secure it. Okay.
Sir, is there any difference between semantic manager and GUP?
Yes, of course, difference. Semantic, for example, any antivirus manager is central manager, right? Central manager, which have all the console access, which all computers are running with latest definition, which are having old definition, right? All the whole network, all endpoint, you can see the status here, and you can push it to manually also. You can hit here, right? GUP is just take the update from the manager and just distribute the update. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Does not have any console such as where you can see all the systems and everything. GUP you can manage from the console, and you can do GUP status as well as all the endpoint status. GUP means group update provider. Group of computer it provide the update. Right? This central manager console, okay, where you can see every activities.
Understood. Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Okay.
So I have a doubt.
Yes.
So whatever we discussed right now regarding the antivirus, so is it the same as endpoint detection, or is it something different?
This is endpoint detection. Antivirus is called the endpoint detection, right?
Okay.
EDR, endpoint detection and response. EDR, SDR are different. We talk about after this SIEM course. The way you understand.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Sir, quickly, one more question I just asked. We also have seen antivirus, there is automated updation, like you can set the time 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So what happens if those times are set also? In personal system, you can see. What if those...
That is schedule scan.
Schedule scan, yeah.
Only, full scan, but you cannot do it anytime, right? Means people are working as of now. If you scan their system, it will take some memory and some CPU, right? So you can schedule it during the non-peak hour, maybe night time. Today, you have this kind of system to be scanned in night time, 2 o'clock, whenever less utilization of the system, right? That time you can scan it, mostly for desktop and all, right? That is schedule scan. Okay, every Monday, the scan should run. Every Tuesday at this particular time, scan should run. Every 15 days, particular date, scan should run. That is called schedule scan.
So like that, we cannot set the update in companies on Sundays. If it's not working day, then all the system can be.
It all depends. It all depends because laptop will be shut down, right? Many of the desktop will be shut down that time.
Okay.
Okay. You have to ensure everything, all those stuff. Based on that, you can schedule particular day.
Sir, some of the user install 2 antivirus at a time in a computer, laptop user, for extra security. Maybe some extent, some signatures may come late in one antivirus and other came. So some of the laptop user.
In that case, you need 2 licenses, right? In that case, you need to have 2 licenses. It is not recommended to install 2 licenses because you have to pay. See, manually, for example, for your home, it costs 500, 600, right? Indian rupees. That's fine, you can pay. But in the corporate, the cost is huge, right? So you cannot, bear to have 2 systems, 2 antiviruses in a single system. And management, everything will be difficult in that case. You have to manage that one also and this one also. Okay, so now important concept. Now you understood, right? We have various devices. We have firewall, we have proxy, we have email gateway, router, switches, right? Proxy and all. Now, some attack has been launched from particular system, for example, particular IP 199.0.5. You know what happens? All your network device, security device, server, application, databases. Whenever any activities happen on those devices, right? These devices record the activities in the form of logs. Log means event, just activities. Yes or no? For example, I'm walking on the road. For example, I'm keeping this my palm here, right? Now you can see fingerprint has been recorded. For instance, will come, okay, somebody has touched this, they will record the fingerprint. Those are evidence that somebody has touched it, right? Similarly, on these digital devices, your network device, security device, server, database, whatever activity happens, it is being recorded in the form of logs. After the activity, you can log in on those devices and see the logs, and you can understand what all activity happened previously. Who has accessed it, what file has been opened, who has logged in, who has logged out, what connection come in the firewall, from which source IP, which destination IP, which port, how much data has been uploaded, downloaded. Based on type of devices, whatever activity happens will be recorded in the form of logs, or we also call event. Understand? This is the compliance requirement also. Any enterprise level device, right, should have capability to record the logs. Means record the activities in the form of logs, right? All your network devices, such as routers, such as security devices, such as firewall, IPS, IDS, proxy, email gateway, antivirus, whatever devices you have, to device server, your Windows server, Linux server, iOS, application, any enterprise applications, databases, SQL, Oracle, whatever databases you have, whatever activities you have to, for example, firewall, whenever any case is coming in, it will check, it will record what is source IP, at what time activity happened, from which source IP, connect to which destination IP, which source port, what destination port, how much data has been able to byte in, byte out, whether firewall allowed or denied. These activities will be recorded from logs. So after that, if you go through the logs, you will understand, right? Some connection came from this IP, gone to this particular IP on this particular port number, how much data has been uploaded, or whether firewall has allowed or disallowed. You will understand after seeing the logs. Yes or no? Apart from that, traffic, whatever is going, that also will record. If you somebody is logging in the firewall, login failed, login success, somebody has changed something, right? These are all again activities. Understand what I'm saying? Understand everybody? So each and every activity, whatever having system, you log in, new login, login failed, login success, account lockout, you open the file, close the file, modify the file, change the password, create a new user. These all are activities. Yes or no? So all the devices, based on the what type of devices, every devices will record the activity in the form of logs. We also call it event. Get it? Now you understood, right? Now in case some attack is happening, some kind of attack is happening. Now firewall does not have signature. It will not detect. Does not have signature, resulting successful compromise will happen. Get it? Maybe you see some kind of huge number of logs coming in. Some kind of somehow you see that our company being compromised, our company is being attacked. So somehow you came to know through different by logging some devices. You came to know based on the traffic trend, right? You came to know the company is being compromised, somebody attacking our network, right? Now you have to investigate further from which IP, which destination, what activity is happening, right? So now in order to investigate further, you might have to log in on each and every devices to check what activity happened. Because it is all in between device will record the activities. For example, is connected to this one, then what activity happened on Windows system on which attacker has connected. Yes or no? So each and every devices you have to log in to understand what activity is happening or happened. Yes or no? To collect all the information. Get out my? Everything on the same page, right? That means some kind of attack is happening. Now, in order to investigate further, so that you can get all the detail and you can stop this particular attack, right? To collect all the detail, to analyze it, you have to log in on each and every devices to check the activities. Then only you can come to know, and then only you can block the particular attack. Yes or no? In that case, now to understand, you may have to log in the router, firewall, your proxy, your end device. You may have to switch all interpreted devices to see the logs and understand the logs. Yes or no? Understand what I'm saying? Now, these devices like firewall, your email gateway and all, especially firewall and router, these devices record billions of logs on a daily basis. Billions of logs, right? So many of the devices record a lot of logs, right? In that case, first of all, the problem is you have to log in per device, each and every device log in also. They will take some time. And then again, logs are huge in number. Apart from that, these logs are not properly formatted logs. These logs we call are raw logs. Not properly formatted log, raw logs. Raw means maybe you'll have one kind of log file where one log will start from here, from end here, another log from here to end here, here to here, here to here. Not properly formatted. Okay, this is one log, this is two log, this is two log, this is source IP, this is destination IP, this is destination port, source port. Not sometimes only IP will mention. It's not mentioned as source IP or destination IP. Sometimes XI is denied, but not mentioned what is the XN or something, right? Means the data is not properly formatted. You may log in, you may not understand the meaning of that particular log. Again, it's a raw means same file you have like whole row. There's no column, right? Means those logs are not easily readable form. It's unformatted log, raw logs. You can't read it easily unless you're the expert. If you already have expertise in analyzing the firewall logs, or you have knowledge how to analyze it, then all you can understand. Otherwise, you may not understand how to analyze. Billions of logs you have, and all are raw logs, not properly formatted. If you understand the firewall logs, but may not understand email gateway log, you may not understand router log, you may not understand Windows log, because all the devices are having different ways to record the activities, are having different log format. Not same. That okay, firewall, email gateway log, Windows log are having same format, right? But not. Every device are having their own way to record the activities, own field set. That's why you call a raw material, raw vegetable you buy, right? Then you cook. We do not know how to cook it, right? No sense of having raw material. If you do not know how to make a curry, right? There is no sense of having raw material. You have raw material, you do not know. You mix it, something else has been, cooked. You can't eat it. Yes or no? The person who knows how to cook it, he only can utilize the raw vegetables. Yes or no? Raw materials. Understand what I'm saying? So now it's a big challenge for me that attack is happening on my company. First of all, I have to log in each and every manually. And second thing, when I'm looking for firewall logs, there's a huge number of logs. It's very difficult for me to understand. Then I have to log in router and switch as different format. Maybe I'll have to take a day. Even I have multiple people in my team will have to take a day to understand what activity happening. And you don't believe that within 10 minutes, attacker has done his work and gone out. And what you are doing? Hysterical analysis. Forensics you are doing. Murder happened already. You came to know somebody is going to go to kill somebody, right? Now police has came and police has to stop, right? Police has already came, somebody is going for murder, right? Then police should go and stop that murder, right? But police is not understanding how to go, and they are going after murder happen. And full day they are doing the only forensics. It does not make any sense, right? Murder has already happened. Before murder happens, right? We should able to stop it. That means attack already happened. Within 10 minutes, attacker has gone outside, and you are taking full day to investigate. It's kind of forensic historical analysis. That means you are not able to take the active action. Active monitoring will be whenever any kind of attack will happen, or before it compromises the network, I should be able to stop it. I should be able to take the active action, and we should be able to avoid that one, right? Or maybe attacker is already inside doing some activity. If one system compromised already, he should not be able to compromise other computer. Before that, only I should be able to stop it. Means I should be able to take the action as soon as possible, immediately, active action, right? Not something attacker has done his work. Now later on you are investigating. In this way, it is taking too much time. Yes or no? And again, those logs are not readable for me. A big challenge. Yes or no? In case of zero-day attack. In case of zero-day attack, when none of your devices are having signature protected, right? Somehow you came to know being attacked. Now to investigate, to collect all the information, You may have to log in on each and every device to check the activities. What actually happened, who is the attacker, then only you can plan take the action, but it can be too late. Yes or no? Sometimes you may not be able to come to know also, some attack will happen, you will not come to know, because not 24/7 you can log in the firewall and check the logs. Billions of logs are being recorded. You can't open the firewall console all the time and monitor billions of logs here. You'll not be able to monitor one by one. That's again a big challenge. This example I have given, that you come to know some attack is happening, then you start an investigation. Sometimes attack may happen and you may not come to know some attack has happened, right? And you will not be able to take any action, you will not be able to investigate also that time. The big challenge in case of zero-day attack, when none of the devices are having signature, successful compromise will happen. Sometimes you may not even come to know attacker has done the compromise today. Maybe 2-3 days when some user reported or something has been lost, you will come to know. You realize. And you come to know at that time moment also, but investigation, collecting all the memory is difficult task, because every device record activity in different formats. Reading those logs, understanding those logs are very, very difficult. Understand the challenge? Yes or no? Understand the challenge? What is challenge right now? So how to tackle with this kind of challenge? In this case, we have to introduce one more central device that we call as, what do we call as?
SIEM. Security
You got it.
Information
correctly.
Event Management.
You got it correctly. That device is called as
SIEM.
SIEM.
Security
Same.
Event Management.
Security information.
How we can
event.
manage, how your SIEM help you in this case, let's understand. In this case, you have to introduce SIEM central device we call as SIEM.
To segregate the data.
SIEM, security information and event management, right? So let's understand how your SIEM is going to help you in this case. So first of all, what will happen once you have SIEM, right? All your network device, security device, servers, application, databases, once some activity will happen, right? At the same time, they'll record the activities, means logs. Once, for example, once some condition happen, router records the activity. At the same time, it will send the activity logs to the SIEM, means real-time logs. It will send the real-time log to your SIEM. All the network device, security device, servers, application, databases, all the devices will send the real-time log to your SIEM. As soon as connected head to the router and completed, it will generate activity and send to SIEM. Firewall send to the SIEM, your SIEM, all the devices. As per the compliance requirement also, whatever digital devices are having in a corporate network device, security device, servers, application, databases, should be sending the real-time log to a SIEM. Get it? You know, the maximum delay is 180 milliseconds. For example, your devices are there in US. Your SIEM is deployed in India. From USA to India, maximum delay should be 180 milliseconds. Mean within 180 milliseconds means 1/4, 1/5. Yes or no? 1/6. Yes or no? So 180 milliseconds, it reached to your SIEM from USA to India. And that is what we call a real-time monitoring, real-time logs. Everything more than this time coming from USA to India, where you have SIEM deployment, for example, will not be called as real-time logs. We are calling real-time because as soon as activity is generated, logs generated, at the same time, within 180 milliseconds, logs are coming to your SIEM. That is the reason because SIEM collect the real-time logs from network device, security device, servers, application, databases. Right? So as soon as activity happens, it will collect the real-time logs. Once it collects the logs, it normalizes the logs. Normalize means these different devices are having different format to record the activity. Those are called raw logs, unreadable logs. You cannot read it already easily. That's why you call it raw logs, unreadable logs. Right? Having different format. So as soon as your SIEM will collect the data logs, it will normalize the logs. Normalize means it will convert your unreadable different format logs to same format, common format, and readable format. You can easily read all the different type of devices logs will have on same format. It's a common format and easily read and understand. So unreadable format that you have each and every device, raw logs, right, which you are not able to understand analyze, you can easily analyze because all the logs are on same format now, common format, convert to the readable format, common format. You can easily read those logs. So as soon as your SIEM collect the real-time logs, it normalize the logs. That means it will convert the unreadable logs to the readable format, common format. That means, and it will enable you, and it will keep the log for long time. Long time means 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. With your company requirement, forensic requirement, compliance requirement, you can keep all the device log for long time. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. For example, your firewall has a report, keep the log for one month, 1 year, for example. Proxy keep the log for 1 month. Windows keep the log for 25 days, right? If you want to know in the typical scenario, some incident happened 1 year back. You want to do the forensics now, but you don't have all the devices logs because not all devices are recording the code for a long time, keeping the log for a long time. Some devices for 1 month, 2 months, 5 months, 6 months, not for 5 years. So if you have a SIEM, you can retain all the devices log for a long time. Forensic investigation perspective, forensic perspective, as well as compliance perspective. Right? So as soon as SIEM collect the real-time log, it normalize the log. That means I'll tell you the meaning. I'll explain you, then you have to write. First thing you have to write. Now notes will start from today. Right? Today many things will today onwards, many things will understand, and then you have to create the notes. But today onwards. So what I'm saying is, even though you will have the notes also that you will get, but still you have to write because one time I explain you, one time will write, and then one time you will read. Means 3 times, right? So more chances to be in your mind for a long time. So what I'm saying is, as soon as it collect the logs, it normalize the log. That means it will convert unreadable format, raw format to the readable format, common format. You can easily understand, right? And then it keeps those logs for a long time, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 years, based on your company requirement, compliance, forensic requirement, investigation requirement, right? And then enable you searching and reporting feature. Means it has a console. It has a console where you can put the query, what log, what device log you're looking for. Now you're looking for firewall logs, no need to log in the firewall. Just log in a SIEM and give the firewall query. You're looking for firewall, allow traffic, give the query a firewall and allow condition, you get allowed. Firewall deny condition, firewall traffic from particular source, you give the condition. You can see the all logs and you can easily understand, analyze all the logs. And now central base, no need to log in on each and every devices. Yes or no? Just log in your central device SIEM and get all the logs. Understand? As well as you can keep the log for a long time based on your requirement. No need to log in on each and every device. All the logs you have here. Yes or no? So in case of any attack happens, no need to log in. Just log in this particular device, get the logs, and analysis is also very easy because you can understand all the logs on the same format, same field, common format, easily understand the logs. Understand? That is the one work of SIEM. Another work, still I have a challenge. Still I have a challenge. Now you can see all the logs are coming in SIEM, but these logs are billions in number per day. Billions of logs are coming. Now, whatever activity happening, I cannot keep monitoring the billions of logs. Yes or no? What activity is malicious, what activity is not malicious? I have to check each and every activities, but these logs are billions in number. Even you have centralized, you don't have to log in these devices, but whenever you monitor real time, because attacker will not tell you, right? That okay, 5:37 tomorrow I will attack. Then you monitor and take the action. Attacker is not going to tell you the time. Attacker may attack at any time. That means we have to keep monitoring what activity is malicious, what activity is not malicious. If you come across any malicious, what you can take the action. But monitoring billions of logs per day, checking each and every log, you understand how difficult it is. Even you have 25, 30 people, 50 people also, they can't investigate, analyze billions of logs. Yes or no? True or not true? True, right? You agree? Big challenge. Even though I have SIEM, I have big challenge. Now SIEM told me that I have one more functionality. Now do one thing. So I can, now in this case, what you can do is, instead of monitoring yourself, you can ask your SIEM to monitor each and everything on behalf of you. You can tell the SIEM that, okay, do one thing. You monitor each and every log. Whatever logs coming in your SIEM, on your own SIEM means, you monitor each and every logs. And if you found any malicious activity, suspicious activity, then generate an alert. Then only those alerts I'll go through, I'll monitor. Get I mean? Maybe 100, 200 alert you'll get per day, for example, maximum in a good network. So instead of billions of logs, I can monitor 100, 200. We have 2, 3 people in the shift, 3, 4 people, 100, 200, you can monitor, right? You can investigate it. But similar ask, okay, I can do monitoring, but how will I come to know when particular activity is malicious? How will I come to know on what parameters I will decide that particular activity is malicious so that I can trigger an alert? Please tell me, please explain me, how can I decide? I understand logs are coming in, I can monitor, but on what basis I will decide this particular activity is malicious so that I can trigger an alert? Please tell me, right? Then we tell, okay, that's not a problem. Then in that case, we'll define those set of conditions tell those set of conditions to the SIEM. Based on that, SIEM can decide, okay, this activity is malicious, and let me generate the alert, right? Those conditions is called as correlation rule. Those set of conditions that we write on the SIEM is called as correlation rule. SIEM will correlate certain conditions, certain pattern. If it is matches, it will trigger an alert. For example, just one example I will use here to make you understand. For example, one of the system get compromised, right? Bot has been installed. Now it could try to connect other system, try to log in other system to gain the access, right? In this case, attacker install brute force software, and now username it will keep same and try multiple login, multiple password, right? So whenever one time login happens, login will get failed. One event will generate, one log will generate, right? From this particular machine to somebody has logged into this machine on this particular username, a login get failed. Get it? So if you try 1,000 times, 1,000 event will generate. Login failure happened from this machine to this machine, from this particular username at this particular time, and login got failed. Yes or no? So one time login get failed, maybe user has logged in, he forgot the password. 2 times failed, 3 times failed. Maybe if you see for any Windows or any login form, login application, where 50 login failed within 2 minutes or within 5 minutes, it can be symptom of brute force from same username, because username of 2-3 times you got failed login, you will call to service desk, help desk to reset your password. It will not try 50 times, 100 times. Yes or no? If you see from particular username, if you see there are 50 login failure happen in 5 minutes or 2 minutes, it can be the symptom of brute force. Yes or no? Then I can ask so I cannot monitor each and every activity, login failure activity. I can ask my ESM here, SIEM here, that you monitor, you keep an eye on each and every log which is coming in, right? One alert you have to set, that is a correlation rule. If I'm just letting it here, if there are 50 login failure, happens in 2 minutes, means you have to monitor each and every logs, right? If you see there are total 50 login failure happen in 2 minutes from same username, whatever username it is. For example, for username Manoj, if there are 50 login failure for the same username, for username Manoj, there are 50 login failure in 2 minutes, then it should generate an alert. So first of all, I will define login failure condition. How ESM SIEM you come to know what is the condition of login failure, what log I have to look at. So I will define the form condition. Okay, if device is Windows, for example, Windows device from Microsoft Windows device, and then one field is captured as login field, then capture those events, right? And capture the user ID. If from same user ID, if there are 50 login failure will happen, right? Then I'll define the condition. I have to tell the condition, login failure condition. So I will define the condition first of all, on which basis your SIEM will come to itself login failure. So login failure condition. Then I'll define aggregation, means how many logs in how much time. That is called aggregation, and should be from same username. I will define the condition here that if you see login failure happens, and if there are 50 logins in 2 minutes from same username, in that case, generate an alert. Get it? Now each and every activity was happening, it will monitor the logs. Okay, this log came from the user Manoj. Time will start now. The same time will start now for the particular alert. If you see within 2 minutes 50 same username 50 logins will happen. Then if come total 50 happen, then it generate alert. If 50 does not come, it will not generate alert. Time will restart again next minute, right? If again new event come for user Manoj or any user, time will start now. If same user within particular time matching result, it will generate an alert, right? So this is one of the correlation rules. You may have 30, 35, 50 rule based on the activities, based on malicious activities, right? This rule is correlation because it's correlating the condition along with aggregation and then alerting. So real-time monitoring is monitoring each and every logs based on this correlation rule. Real-time monitoring, correlation, then alerting. SIEM has one more feature called as real-time monitoring, monitoring each and every log real-time, correlation and alerting. Yes or no? Now you don't need to monitor billions of logs yourself. You can write certain known malicious activities condition here on the in your SIEM and ask your SIEM to monitor on behalf of you. Get it? Once SIEM monitor and found the matching condition, it will trigger an alert, right? Then that alert you can further investigate what is malicious or not. If it is malicious, you take a yourself or assign the incident alert to the respective team for further action. Now you can see having this correlation real-time monitoring correlation feature, how it is going to help us. Instead of monitoring billions of logs now, only I'm monitoring just 100 to 200 alert. That also can be minimized by changing, fine-tuning this condition. Sometime alert trigger, you came to know it is not an incident. Then alert trigger, next time it will not trigger on the same condition, you can modify the condition. Next time it will not trigger false switch. So you can even minimize from 200 to 100, 150 per day also. Anyway, so instead of billions of log monitoring yourself, you can ask your SIEM to monitor on behalf of you. Now you just have to monitor maybe 50 or 100 alerts. Yes or no? How simplified the work. Now still you need 3, 4, 5 people, 2, 3 people in a shift to monitor your SIEM. So this activity you monitor 24/7 on the SOC. That is in SOC work 24/7, right? To monitor because attack may happen anytime, right? So this feature of the SIEM is called real-time monitoring, correlation, and alerting. Yes or no? It does another thing. One feature is to collect the real-time logs, normalize the logs, keep the logs for a long time, searching and reporting. One feature of the SIEM. Another is real-time monitoring, correlation, and alerting. Yes or no? So you write it. What is SIEM?
SULABH. Mr. SULABH.
Yes.
Is the conditions are set by the software or the SOC analyst?
So what happens is whenever we buy any SIEM, right? There is some predefined correlation rules. Predefined, however, may not be fit based on your requirement. So many of the correlation which are predefined, sometimes we can make the required changes based on our requirement, and sometimes those rules are not enough to get all the activities. So in that case, we have to write ourselves also. Understood? Okay. So it will be out of the box means coming with a SIEM also, but those may be very generic. You might have to do certain changes, fine tuning based on your requirement, or sometimes all the rules may not be there. In that case, you may have to introduce rule yourself. That we call as use cases. Sometimes do you have experience in writing the use cases, creating the correlation rule, right? That is what we call this. Based on that, you will identify particular activity as suspicious, and it will trigger an alert.
Yes, what is use cases?
And that is what I'm going to use cases. Correlation rule, maximum people will understand. See, correlation rule is one of the use cases, one of the type of use cases, right? But 90% people understand that correlation use case means correlation rule. But under use case, apart from correlation, some other content also comes in the use cases. But whenever interviewer asking, do you have experience in creating use cases? Means he is asking, do you have experience in creating the rules, correlation rules? Yes or no? But use cases means it's a broad word. Your report, your dashboards, right? All comes under use cases only. But 90% people understand use cases means correlation rules. That's the most frequently asked question in interview. Do you have experience in creating use cases? How many use cases you have in SOC in your SIEM? What are use cases which are firing on a daily basis? Right? These are some of the common questions. Okay, understand? Let's write it. What is SIEM? So,
sorry to disturb you.
Yes.
So correlation basically means if-then statements, right?
What?
Correlation rules that we set up in SIEM. So basically, they are if-then, if-else statements that process information based on the logs. That's it, right?
Not if-else. It's not if-else.
Okay.
Sir, one question.
Yes.
Based on activity, every time's rules and condition will be different.
No, it's not a single rule actually. You may have, this is for only for login period, right? Similarly, you have 30, 35, 50, 60 rules for different activities.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Let's write it. Yes. What is SIEM? So SIEM stands for. First of all, you write. Then I'll take the question part here.
System information event management.
Security, not system.
Security information event management.
Correct. So SIEM stands for security, information, and event management. Right. 100%.
Please, sir. I didn't get the device you said that we can use for the SIEM.
What?
As in, I didn't understand when you explained the SIEM console. SIEM system, is it a device you get, or is it like a firewall or something, or is it a system where you can use to monitor and create your rules?
I didn't get your question fully. You meant to say that it is separate tool or what? This is what you're asking?
Yes. Is it a tool or is it a software?
Yes. It can be hardware also and software also, based on vendor to vendor. Now, majority of the vendors are coming the software only.
Okay.
I'll tell you. So it can be hardware also, software also, but majority of the tools nowadays technology. SIEM is the technology. SIEM is the technology. Car is the technology. There are multiple vendors like Honda City. You have Honda. You have Maruti. You have Mercedes. Right? Different vendors. Similarly, for SIEM also different vendors are there. First of all, write the definition. SIEM stands for Security, Information, and Event Management. Security, Information, and Event Management. It's a centralized tool. It's a centralized tool which collects the real-time logs.
Which what, please?
Which collects the real-time logs from network devices
On what?
From network devices.
Okay.
Security devices, servers, which collect the real-time logs from network devices, security devices, servers, applications, databases, etc., etc. Once it collects the logs, it normalizes the logs.
It does what? Once you collect the logs, it does what?
Collect the logs, it normalizes the logs. It normalizes the logs. And one is collect the logs, normalize the logs, and keep the log for long time. And keeps the log for long time. Based on company requirement. Based on company requirement. Compliance requirement.
Sorry, sir, company requirement and
Compliance requirement.
The first one, you say complete?
Compliance.
No, the first one.
Company
requirement.
Company requirement, okay.
Company requirement, compliance requirement. Forensics and audit requirement. Forensics and audit requirement. Forensics and audit requirement. It's keep the log for long time. For based on your company requirement, company want to keep for long time. Compliance requirement, government compliance saying you have to keep it for 5 years. So whenever based on type of industry, right? See, this kind of tools installation is not something that companies too much bother about your data security. Public decision they are deploying. This is not always true. This is the government, your government, which is bother about their public data security, right? And they create certain rules that we call as compliance, right? And nowadays they especially mentioning that if you're handling this kind of data, you should have SIEM tool deployed. And inside also what consultation has to be done, they also mention the document that first of all, you should collect the log from all the devices. You have to keep the log for a long time, and based on type of industry, some industry 2 years, data retention period, some industry 5 years. Some industries 5 years online means on the same 5 years, and 5 years offline means you should take the backup. After 5 years also you can't delete the data. From SIEM you can delete, but you should have backup of 5 years. Whenever in case some forensic requirement happens, who is not on mute, please? Who is not on mute? Continuous noise is coming. Ajay. Kumar, this Kumar and Andu, Kumar, I can see every time you unmute yourself. 2 times I put you in the waiting room also. I don't know why you are joining if you don't want to listen to the class. So what I'm saying is, it's the compliance requirement. Government says that you have to deploy the SIEM and you have to, this configuration you have to do. Means you have to keep the log for a long time. Based on type of industry, different retention period requirement. If a finance industry, 5 years online means on the SIEM. 5 years offline means out of the SIEM also 5 years you have to keep. So that whenever forensic means, maybe possible that some fraud happened 5 years, 6 years back. You don't have data in the SIEM. In that case, you should connect the offline data and then make it searchable. So based on type of industry, government has set this kind of compliance policy. It is not something that companies are bothered about your data. It's the government which is bothered about their public data and making such kind of policies so that company will be forced to deploy and manage those tools to ensure the data security. Otherwise, an yearly auditor also comes. Government sends their people, we call it auditor, which verify as per the policy you are following the policy or not, following the compliance policies or not, right? They will check whether you have SIEM deployed. This sometimes ask, being a part of SOC team, right? Sometimes ask auditor. So there are 2 types of auditor: internal auditor and external auditor. External auditor, which came from government, internal auditor, company has assigned some people the role of auditor so that they can coordinate with external auditor. Sometimes you got an email from internal auditor saying that can you share one month firewall logs from your SIM? They will ask you auditor to verify whether your firewall is sending the logs or not. Whether every day your logs are coming or not. Sometimes 1 month firewall logs. Sometimes you will see, okay, do one thing, run this query, a proxy query on your SIM console and share the screenshot along with the system time to verify whether the proxy logs are coming in or not. Okay, various screenshots you might have to share with the auditor. You will come and verify. Take the retention period screenshot of your SIM, how much retention period means, how long you are keeping the data. Take the screenshot along with the time and share with the auditor. They will take the audit. If you're not following those policies, your license may get cancelled. So these companies in the SIC are forced. You should have SOC team who can monitor the real-time incident. Get what I mean? That's again a compliance requirement. Understand? Based on the compliance requirement only, how long we have to hold the data, keep the data on the SIM is based on the compliance. We have to read. Whenever you are deploying a SIM tool, we have to read the compliance policy to ensure we are following the compliance. Yes or no? So that is something. So SIM tool, you understand, right? It collects the real-time logs. Next paragraph you have to write. What have you written so far? It keeps the log for a long time based on compliance requirement and all, and comma, and keep the logs for and enables you searching and reporting feature. After comma, and enables you searching and reporting feature.
Sir,
enables you for searching and reporting feature. Enables you for searching and reporting feature. Next paragraph.
Enable you for what?
What?
Enable you for?
Enable you for searching and reporting feature. Searching and reporting. That means you can search and report, right? So you can search the log and console, you will see the log, as well as you download the report, right? Enables you for searching and reporting feature, right? Same, you can search the log as well as you can download the report. That is called searching and reporting. Next paragraph. It also enables the feature of, real-time monitoring, correlation and alerting. It also enables the feature of real-time monitoring, correlation and alerting.
Real-time monitoring and
it also enables the feature of real-time monitoring, correlation and alerting. Also 10 more minutes will take today. It also enables the feature of real-time monitoring, correlation and alerting. Get a point? There are two objectives from any SIM. These are two objectives that we are going to achieve. One is to collect the real-time logs from all devices, normalizing the log, keep the log for a long time, searching and reporting. Another feature is real-time monitoring, correlation and alerting, so that we can monitor any SIM can monitor real-time incident, right? Any security and generate an alert after correlating. Yes or no? That is called real-time monitoring, correlation. So any of SIM, we have to achieve these two motives, these two objectives. SIM is the technologies, right? Where we can achieve these two motives. For example, car is the technologies. Yes or no? Which brings us from source to destination, right? Which has 4 wheels, steering, clutch, accelerator. Yes or no? But still, they have multiple vendors, multiple manufacturers. You have Honda, you have Mercedes, you have BMW, you have Ford. Yes or no? You have Maruti, Hyundai. The basic work of car is same, right? The basic work is to bring you from source to destination, and basic component of the same: wheels, steering, gear, clutch, brake. Basic work remains same, but all having some pros and cons. Some vendor is having some good feature, more good feature, good mileage, good speed, good pickup, looks good. These are kinds of accessories. Yes or no? Basic feature is to bring people social destination, and basic part will remain same. But still, we have multiple vendors. Some people are buying Maruti because it's cheaper. Some people are buying Mercedes because it's good in look. It have more features. Yes or no? But basic part will be same. Using Maruti car also, you can go from source to destination, and it's always on accelerator and brake and everything. And Mercedes also having the same. Similarly, SIM vendor also, there are multiple vendors. Some of the vendor like 𝐓𝐫𝐚𝐢𝐧𝐢𝐬, Splunk, 𝐬𝐿𝐴, Splunk, Centralized. These all are SIM vendors, which is based on SIM technology, right? Multiple developer, and these are tools developer, right? In digital, we call it developer, not manufacturer. Yes or no? These are different developers which develop the SIM. So now either you have Splunk or 𝐬𝐿ACE or 𝐓𝐫𝐚𝐢𝐧𝐢𝐬, you can achieve these two objectives. But sometimes some features are good, some people are good in some other tool, some tools are cheaper, some tools are not cheaper, right? So you understand, right? If you drive Maruti car, you can drive Mercedes also. Yes or no? Similarly, if you work on any of these tools, the basic objective is same. If you work on, for example, 𝐬𝐿ACE, you can work on 𝐓𝐫𝐚𝐢𝐧𝐢𝐬, you can work on Splunk, you can work on, just sometimes console will be a little different, right? But objective will remain same. For right example, I understand Splunk I have worked, I have to collect the logs from various devices, how to configure it, right? How it will collect. You understand, you work on Splunk, then you can work on 𝐬𝐿ACE also similarly. Just go to the document, how Splunk 𝐬𝐿ACE is collecting the logs. Again, that is also similar. Get it? So if you work on any tool, you can work on any kind of tools, any tool, because it's a technology. Most of the features all remain same. Get it? So in this training, we are going to cover two tools. One is Splunk, including Splunk Enterprise Security, as well as 𝐓𝐺. These both the tools are premium app, especially on Splunk. Outside, if you see, they're only training you Splunk Enterprise, right? But Splunk is having multiple parts to perform the activity of SIM. SIM of Splunk is called as Splunk Enterprise Security. Any training, if you join outside, you will not see anybody teaching on Splunk Enterprise Security. Rarely you will see, because Splunk Enterprise freely available to download for 60 days, but that does not have SIM feature. Get it? If you want to SIM real-time monitoring calls and alerting activities, that is added on Splunk Enterprise Security. So you have to deploy one app over the Splunk Enterprise Security. That is the paid version. Minimum license cost 21 lakh rupees, Indian rupees per year. That is the reason majority of people, majority of institute will not be training you. You will understand Splunk is booming, so I want to join Splunk training, but you do not understand Splunk Enterprise and Splunk Enterprise Security, right? Are different. Means you have to get trained on this one also and this one also in order to become security analyst, security architect. Both, this is mandatory one. But many times you do not know. You join any training, they train you only on Splunk Enterprise. But that is free. Okay? They do not train you. Then later on, once you find the job, then you realize, okay, Splunk Enterprise Security has not been covered. Yes or no? The real-time monitoring that SOC you're doing is being happen on Splunk Enterprise Security only. So whenever you search outside, you check it out, whether they're covering Splunk Enterprise Security or not. Because that is the paid tool which costs 21 lakh rupees per year. We cover one more tool 𝐓𝐺𝐸 which costs 24 lakh rupees per year, which also nobody teaches because nobody has the license. We have license for both the tools, so almost 45 lakhs per year we are spending just for this lab licenses only, just for the license. Setup, deployment, server running, power cost is different. So here we have the lab setup where more than 300 people, we have high capacity lab setup here. 300 plus people can connect concurrently. You'll get dedicated access. Their username will be different. Dedicated access they can do, and they'll feel like I'm only one doing the practice, nobody else at the same time, right? Because you'll have the dedicated access. 24/7, anytime you could connect to this tool and do the practice for 3 months. Nobody in India will give the access for 3 months. Here you are going to get, because until unless if you join only theoretical training, do not get the practical. Until unless you do not do the practice hands-on, you will not get the confidence. Especially when you are applying as experience, for example, as an experience, right? If you somehow through theoretical concept you crack the interview also, until unless you have not done the hands-on, you'll be scared all the time. Yes or no? Because you see the practical in the company, not theoretical knowledge is not going to help all the time, right? You have to do the hands-on daily activities. You'll be scared because you have not done the hands-on. So this training we have designed with having two objectives. One is, which is important foremost, is you should be able to crack the interview. And second, which is again an important part, is you will do the hands-on so that you can do your duty in the companies. Same thing, whatever experience people are doing in the company, right? Same thing we will cover here, theoretically, practically, and you will do the hands-on in the lab. So you'll be confident, right? Being an experienced people, what activity, once you enter the SOC, what activity you do? L1, L2, as well as majority of the L3 activities also we are going to cover here. You'll be full of confidence after this training. Even you'll be able to deliver much more than what people are already having experience of working in the companies. Because in the companies, people does not have end-to-end knowledge because they never get full access on the tool. Here you'll have full access end-to-end. They never get full access, and resulting, they never know how the things are happening. They only have few access, only have certain activities access. They do not know how the full things works. But you have idea, you know it, and you have done it, and so on here. Full of content. One of the person called me yesterday. One of the person is one of the guy from digital marketing in my company. He used to work for, he worked for 3 years in my company. One day he came back to me, sir, in digital marketing in market also there is no growth. Now I'm 28 years old now. I have to get married also. If I'm looking for outside also, he worked for 3 years for me. He joined me as a fresher for digital marketing. Initially only, I asked him, I know that people who come here in this environment, they will get influenced. Where people here coming, joining, getting good package. I thought people joining me always get influenced. When they see the people getting good package, non-technical background, they get influenced, right? This guy was MCA and he joined my company as a fresher, but he was trained in digital marketing. He was MCA. So after some time, I told him that now you do your work seriously, but after that, if you want to get into cybersecurity, then you can get into cybersecurity. I don't mind it. Because if you go, because he was having quite a good nature, I said that you can join the cybersecurity and then you can go. You will get a good package. He said, no, sir, I am very interested in digital marketing only. It's my passion. I want to go in digital marketing. I said that, okay, that's good. If you have the passion, that's good, right? I just told you in case you get any interest. So you can, no, sir, I will continue digital marketing only. That's fine. He worked for me for 3 years. 3 years he worked for me. And this just 4 months back, 4-5 months back, he came into, sir, in 3 years now. And I know that I'm not saying that you are paying me less, but this is the market only for digital marketing. If I go outside also, there is no much growth. So I'm thinking to change my field. I'm not sure what I should go. I will go Hyderabad and do some testing course. I said that you're working for me 3 years. You are checking that people are getting good package here after joining this. Why can't you go in cybersecurity? He said, sir, can I do cybersecurity? I said, of course you can do that. He said, sir, last time when I joined this digital marketing, I do the CS training from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. He was from Odisha. But I did not understand much. And I thought it's very difficult. That's the reason I did not continue. Otherwise, I was passionate about cybersecurity, but I did not understand. So do you think that I can do it? I can, of course you can do. You see, like people are coming non-technical background, non-technical and getting good job. He said, okay, sir, then if you are confident that I can do it, then I will do it. So do one thing, you hire some new person, I'll give the handover for 2-3 months, we can wait. We'll give the hands-on, then I'll change. After 2-3 months, once you start new batch, let me know. I said, when you decided, you do it right away only, new batch starting from Monday only. Do it right away. See, we'll get many people from outside. It's about your whole life, your career, right? If you think it, do it right away. He joined from Monday onward, he joined new batch. You will not believe that within 3 months, he got the offer from 5 companies. Out of 5, 2 were a startup company and 3 was big MNCs like EY, KPMG, and Adani. Now he working in Ahmedabad in Adani. You can see he got 12.5 lakhs package. I was paying 3.5 here in my company. He got 12.5. He called me last week. He said, sir, I'm getting very good respect in the company because the people who are working right in extremely well, they does not know more than me. People respecting me now. I'm enjoying my life because I know that even manager also does not have that much idea that I'm in the lead. I'm able to deliver much more than them. They do not have that much of knowledge that I'm feeling very good because I'm having very good knowledge. So that is what, even he did not work ever, but he is surviving because he has done hands-on. Without hands-on, you will never get confidence. So that is the kind of training and setup that we have. So that this is not something that right now only full life will be confident because your base is fundamentally very clear. Base is very much strong. Even after this training also, you should keep focusing for further growth, learnings. You spend some time, some money for learning all the times. If you spend 30,000, 40,000, for example, one time only, 30, 40,000 will be added per month in your salary. I don't know why people are not spending time and little money on their learnings. People get saturated. They don't want to learn new things. That's the reason growth will not happen unless you have some different key skills, right? You'll not get the growth. So any life, whatever, see, of course, you're working in the IT, right? You have to keep yourself up to date all the times. Yes or no? Otherwise, you'll get out of the market. Recession will come, and the only people who do not have new technology, you understand, right? Facebook is doing layoff, and other companies are doing layoff, right? Why they are doing layoff? They are doing the layoff for unskilled people who did not upgrade with the latest technologies. If somebody asks you, sir, somebody asking me that you have SIM, so how is the future for SIM? 10 to 15 years, 10 years, 15 years we can do. I said, why do you think that? So you want to learn one time only? Means right now you learn SIM and you want to work for 15 years. Means you don't want to learn new technologies. Yes or no? So we have to be ready. In IT, you have to keep learning. It's not a government job. Learn one time, crack the interview, get the job, and whole life you work without even learning. Nobody is going to pay you if you're not upgrading yourself. That's the reason IT career is people who are not upgrading, people upgrading, exponential growth. Yes or no? You have to be ready for learning, upgrading your skills. So today's session is end session for SOC Foundation, right? People who join this training for freely, this is the last day for them. Monday onwards, we'll continue. Monday, hopefully, we'll cover on Tuesday. Tuesday to Friday, 4 days in a week we take the training, right? Monday to Thursday. But Saturday and Sunday, I have full training in the evening also, 4 hours till night 9:30. So Saturday is more hectic for me. Saturday, Sunday. So we'll connect. Monday will take off, and Tuesday to Friday will connect. At least for this week. Then I'll plan it out for next week. So free training is ending today. People, so we have 20 lessons left for the people. We already have around 90 people on the regular batch. One moment, just hold on. In case anybody, please do not stop me when I'm in flow, right? Once you pause, then you can ask your question. You'll get a time.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is 20 lab session, we already have it here. In case anybody join the free batch, want to continue this batch, you can continue. I can give the number of my assistant, her name is Suwani. You can talk to her and you can get enrolled yourself. However, in case you're not continue also, you have very good foundation developed, right? So now you can learn yourself also, but the only thing is you can learn, but until unless you don't get the hands-on, you'll not have confidence. That is my hands-on is a very important, right? This 9 days training was completely free. We did not charge anything to anyone, right? Apart from that, you'll get the certification also. So little bit things you have to do on the certification to get the certification. You understand, we have done the live streaming on those sessions on the YouTube. I want this session important sense should be spread to other people as well, right? So the only thing is you have to comment in certain videos so that it will spread to other people also, and it will be helpful. It will be great help for other people also. Just commenting means, liking and commenting means, so that it will spread in the internet world, right? We know that 90% people in our training coming through references only. Many people which are part of regular batch, you must have came from reference, right? You do not have much marketing here, right? If you do this comment and like, maybe it will reach to other people, right? It will be great help for other people as well. Get in mind? The only thing is I will share the enrollment certification form, Google form, on which you will have certain links. I hope you have already marked the attendance, everybody. If not marked, you can mark it. Okay. I'll send certain YouTube video link on which you can like and comment, right? And submit the screenshot of the form. Based on that, you'll get the certification. This certification is for form is for regular people also. You also have to get 2 certificates. Who is not a mute?
Mr. Sula.
Just hold down here.
Can I
Hold
ask a
down.
question?
Hold down. Let me complete it. Then you can ask a question. So what I'm saying is, everybody has to fill this form. Even the regular people. Regular people will get 2 certifications. At the end of the course, you'll get SOC expert certification. Once you become the expert, you'll get SOC expert certification. We are in the market since the last 8 years, right? Many of the people recognize the certification from SIEM expert. If you write it many times, once you write SIEM expert certification, interview will understand you came from SIEM expert. Get in mind? And you will get the the recognition that time. Many people has taken the training from me, become the manager. They will be taking your interviews. Many times I heard from the candidate that they're asking about me, they're asking about the SIEM expert, and sometimes they take the interview just for 5 minutes because they know that what kind of knowledge you have since you already attended the training, right? It's already highly recognized in the market if you get it certification, right? Just 5 minutes you have to spend to fill the form. It is training and certification both are complementary. Just little 5-minute task you have to do to get the certification. The certification will get an email. Make sure you give the correct name, correct mail ID, and correct number, so that we can communicate and send the certification. I mean, we can't change the name later period, right? So make sure that you fill the right name. We'll not be able to entertain the name change in the later period. Okay. So now, Ajay, you can continue. What's the query?
Okay, yeah, I have 2 questions and 1 concern. My first question is that is it that people who took classes from you, are they getting the certificate from you, or we take certification? I don't know.
So this certification that you get is not a global certification. It's not a global certification. The certification will become SIEM expert.
Okay. And then my concern is this, please. We are, me for example, I'm not the only one. We live overseas.
Sorry, come back again. Unmute. You have been mute, I think. Unmute and ask.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not the only one who live overseas. Us we live overseas is actually midnight or 5.
Right.
And then I have to get up at 5 to go to work. So when I would like you, I will plead with you, please, if you can stop the class around at my time here, 10 minutes after the normal time. 10 minutes after the normal time.
The class will be, see, today was the last class of 3 classes. That's why we have 50 minutes.
Okay.
Next time in work, it will be from 10:30 EST to 12:30 EST PM.
Okay. Thank you.
Start class.
Yeah.
Today was the last class, so I had to communicate some information. Otherwise, people will not get the full information. That's the reason it has been extended. So next time onwards, 8 o'clock morning, Tuesday onwards, and till 10 o'clock.
Oh, say it again. You say what?
Means 8 o'clock means 10:30 EST time.
Yeah.
10:30 to 12:30 EST.
Okay.
India time is 8 AM to 10 AM. India time.
Yeah.
Sir, in case we can't join, then we can get recordings.
So recordings, see, now onwards, recording will not be live on YouTube also, and will not be shared with anyone also. Get in mind, once we start the practical classes, those recording will be shared so that you'll watch multiple times and do the practice. So you have to make the notes during the live class, as well as you'll get the note also. In regular batch, we already shared the notes, right? So same to same, what I'm teaching here, you have the notes, right? As well as you have to create the notes along with me. Once I tell you how you have written today, right? Similarly, you have to write. Apart from that, any specific reason, any unfortunate situation, if you're not able to join, you have to ping me personally in that case, not in group. I'm not going to accept any request in the group. In case of any unfortunate situation, you're not able to join, you have to ping me personally prior to the session. Personally, in that case, I'll share a temporary link to you so that you can watch it once.
Okay.
So that is so that you will not miss any classes, right? If you have any question, next day once you join, you can ask the question. Third thing, Monday onwards, next day onwards, people will get the dedicated link to join. As of now, we are sharing the common link, right? So that we have pre-training also. So that is the reason we have not created a separate link, right? Now I'll share the Google form for people who have enrolled, right? They will get the dedicated link, and they can only join from one device. In case you try to join from 2 devices, your link will get blocked. You'll be dropped automatically from the meeting, and your link will be dropped. Make sure that you do not try to join from 2 devices. If anybody try to join from 2 devices, but the policies which have been implemented on the Zoom, you'll get dropped from the meeting, and meeting link will be blocked. Join only from 1 device. Okay, This is avoid sharing. People cannot share the link, so that only you paid, only you will be authorized to join. So next time onwards, only the direct link you will get on the email. Whatever email ID you have given or you will be giving, only that email ID you will get a link. Okay. So anybody from pre-training, if you want to continue, I'll share the Shivani's number on the group. You can talk to her.
You say next class is Monday?
Next class on Tuesday.
Oh,
not
Tuesday.
this time, it will be on Tuesday to Friday. Tuesday to Friday.
Tuesday to Friday.
We'll take a off.
Okay.
So are we
Tuesday,
going
that means it will be Monday us here. Monday night here. It will be Tuesday. You're talking about Tuesday in India.
Tuesday of India, Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It will be Monday here. Okay.
So are we going to maintain that schedule for Tuesday from now henceforth?
Tuesday same. Tuesday same time. Tuesday means 10:30 p.m. EST.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm asking if it will be just for next week, or that is how it will be for the rest of the training.
As of now, just for next week. Just for next week of now.
Okay.
We'll see. It can be Monday to Thursday or Tuesday to Friday.
I prefer the Tuesday. If we can maintain the Tuesday, that will really work. Because usually when it is Monday, it is Sunday night for us here. Most of the time, somebody like me, I will hardly never attend Sunday night. It's an issue for me.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see this week.
Okay. Thank you.
For everyone. Because Saturday we have huge 9 hours and 4 or 5 hours continuously. That is. Okay, so today we'll wind up for the day. We can we'll connect you on Tuesday this time. And this link I'll share in the description of the YouTube also, in case anybody joining to YouTube. It will be the description. The link maybe end of the day today, you'll get it. So everybody has to fill, right? People who regularly will get 2 certificates. One is first one, and another is SOC expert certification.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, last one question, sir. Will that WhatsApp group remain same after the training is over?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
No. Will that WhatsApp group remain same? For to refer some videos with it, because I'm only in the free training module. Yes.
Free training, right? So free group will be there, but you can't join for that session now. But group will remain there. But whenever we have any update, so do not leave the group, be on that group, right? So whenever we have future updates, some important update, we can share on this group.
Sir, want to ask you some question. When I will send you the name detail and the email detail for the certification.
So, no, I'll share the link. I will share the link on the group itself.
Okay.
Okay. Group also, on the YouTube discussion also, all the video discussion, you'll see the link.
Okay.
Okay. Fine, guys. Thank you. We'll see you on Tuesday now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So the registered people will be getting a new group link.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy your weekend.
People who are registered, we have separate group for that, right? People who are part of regular class, we have a separate group. So if you want to continue from free to regular, then we will add you in the regular group after the enrollment.
Sir, I have a question. From now on, how many months do we have left for the class?
It's almost 3 months. 3 months, almost 3 months, because we have added some more topic now. It is not mentioned in syllabus, but we always keep updating our syllabus. But standard syllabus, some more topics are not mentioned. Like we have given more light now for threat hunting, threat intelligence, incident response. Now we are focusing more on that. EDR, XDR, brief understanding, MISHRA. So some of the topics which are not mentioned as specific regular syllabus, you have not changed the syllabus, but this time we have introduced some more topics. It may take few more days.
Okay.
That is almost you consider 3 months from now.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you. It's very in-depth training. That is the taking time. You understand how slow I am teaching you, right? So that you can understand each and every concept.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. We'll see you now. Thank you, other people, for joining who are not continuing now. Thank you all for
Thank
joining.
you very much. Thank you. You have a good day.
There is another group for that who has enrolled for that regular batch.
Grateful.
What happens?
Is there any another group, WhatsApp group for that?
People for who are done an enrollment, right? They have separate group. Yeah, we have separate group. All the document, every resources is shared on those.
You are going to will add for that, right? Who is have been already enrolled for that?
Achha, you are not added. You are not added.
No. I only in the only one WhatsApp group. I'm not aware about that. If you are in
that is written April, right? April.
Yeah.
That is not
Okay.
free one. That is the regular batch on which you are added.
Okay. I'm not aware about that. There is a bit confusion on that. Okay, thanks.
Chat enable on that group, right? Chat enable on that group. Chat.
Yeah, exactly.
Free batch chat
April
is not
batch.
enabled. On the regular batch chat is enabled, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
SIEM XPERT April batch. That is the group.
Sir, April batch for regular.
I'm just in one group. I'm not sure I'm in the group for those who are paid.
People who has enrolled, right? They must be added on the regular group only. April, it is written April, and you can
April batch. Is it a SIEM XPERT April batch?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Everybody who has enrolled is already added an April batch.
Please, do we pay for the regular class?
What?
Is the regular class paid for? Is it a paid class?
Yes, it's a paid class. Of course, it's paid class. It's 3 month class. Of course, it is paid class where you get the hands-on and everything.
Okay. Thank you.
But I have not given you 1 day. See, maximum people give 1 day training or 2 hours training, right? I have given the whole foundation.
Okay.
Without any interest.
Sir, how much? Hello, sir. How much paid cost?
So I am sharing you her detail on the group, right? Your group. You can talk to her. She will give you all the information about the role in case you are interested. Anybody, you can just talk to her. Or you have my number also. You can ping me personally if you have my respond you.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.